Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to McDonough Park as the Geneva Redwings host the visiting Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Caden Bro, the starter today for the hometown Redbirds. Red Wings are 11-17 on the season. They have gone 10-7 over their last 17 after starting 1-10. CJ Arrigo getting a start behind the dish. Familiar face Chase Fogg now back with the Red Wings, playing third base today. Leading off for the Tarp Skunks, playing center field, number 39, CJ Dugan. So CJ Dugan, the leadoff hitter for the visiting Jamestown Tarp Skunks, who are 20-7-2 on the season. That's 20 wins and 7 losses. Bro rocks and deals. First pitch misses low and away, and we are underway here at John Salone Field. There's a strike. You may notice a tealish color. Their Tarp Skunks have some blue on their hats today, so I tried my best on here to match that up. 1-1 pitch, cracked down the third base line, well foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Dugan. Dugan batting .262 in 19 starts, 22 games played, .361 slugging, 423 on base. The 1-2 pitch is fouled down the first base line. Buxton giving chase, but it'll make the seats as he runs out of room. I am Jacob Rodriguez on the play-by-play and public address today here for this PGCBL matchup. Bro kicks and deals, drops in a front door breaking ball, just missed upstairs. Evens the count at 2-2. As I was saying, it's nice to be back here. I took a little vacation here at the beginning of July. Went down to Florida, saw a Yankees game. Bro's 2-2 pitch is popped up. Buxton looking for somebody to call it off. Nobody's going to call it. And Bro, it would have been Bro's play right there in front of him, the leadoff man aboard on a weekly pop-up. So here is Eric Weeks, named to the PGCBL All-Star team, batting .366 in 24 games played for the Tarp Skunks. Batting out of the 2-hole today, playing third base. Weeks a .548 slugging and a .446 on base percentage. Good for the .994 OPS. Incredible start to the season. As Bro checks the runner at first. Dugan back in safely. Weeks has 34 hits in 93 at-bats. He's got 11 doubles, 2 homers, and 35 runs batted in. .2-0 on Weeks. And Bro comes into this game with a .394 ERA. Very respectable considering the start that Bro jumped out to. His ERA ballooned. Cracked into left field. 1 hops to Mahoney for a single. 2 men on. Brings up Nate Muncy. Infielder J.C. Gamble and left-handed pitcher Max Lipton named to the PGCBL midseason All-Star team. And as I was saying, Bro's key to the game here is not walking batters, because Jamestown clearly a very dangerous team. They're 20-7, and you know, they've played a few times this season. Grounded right back up the middle. Bro fires to second, touches the bag, and can't get the dig out over at first. Squeaks away from Buxton, not allowing a run to score. Tarp Skunks jump out to an early 1-0 lead. It was a very awkward play up the middle there. No chemistry between Burcroft and Marsh. Couldn't decide who was going to come to the bag on that. Ideally, that is Burcroft's play, because he's coming towards first base with his momentum. Marsh or Burcroft could have taken that one, but they did not communicate, and it cost them a double play ball and a run. One ball and one strike on Paul Delanto. Delanto batting .250 in 19 games. .464 slugging, .432 on base. And this one gets by Arrigo, allowing Muncy to squeak to second base. Wave and a miss on the slider. Count evens at 2-2. Bro looking for his first strikeout on the 2-2 pitch. Oh, just missed off the plate. The count is full on Delanto. .16 walks to 20 strikeouts on the year for Delanto. Swings at a high fastball, able to catch a piece of it to stay alive. Bro thinking he should have already been out of this inning with the pop up to the first batter and then the double play ball there. And instead, he's got two men aboard again for the second time in the first inning. Delanto, base on balls. Bro came into the game with 32 strikeouts to 28 walks across 29 2/3 innings. Costello batting .222, getting a rare start today here in Geneva, New York. Just 2 starts on the season. Swinging on 2-0, late on the heater, 2-1. up and in on 2-1. Third base is open. Should Bro walk Costello here? Checks his swing. Doesn't get the benefit of the call. Another walk. And the bases are loaded for the left fielder, Anthony Trummer. Let's take a quick look at the defensive alignment today for Geneva. Left to right in the outfield, Mahoney, Company, and Minikata. Third to first in the infield, Fogg, Burkroff, Marsh, and Buxton. Arrigo behind the dish, and Bro the starter. Bases loaded, 1 out. Anthony Trummer stepping in from the right side, swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. And Trummer batting .308 in 15 games, started 21 played. He's 16 for 52, 365 slug, 371 on base. Only 3 doubles in his 16 hits. He's got 7 RBIs on the season. Looking to add to that total here as Tarp Skunks jumped out to a 1-0 lead already in the inning. Three and one on Trummer, and the bases are loaded. There's nowhere to put him. Bro rocks and deals and misses by a wide margin. 3 straight walks. Tarp Skunks lead 2-0. So here's JRC for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Oh, man. Tight strike zone for the home plate umpire today. Rodriguez Costa batting .308 in 18 games played, 14 starts. Waves and misses. Chase the heat upstairs. 1-1. He's got 16 hits and 52 at-bats, 2 doubles, a triple, and 18 RBIs. Just 6 walks this year to 16 strikeouts. So, Bro looking to take advantage here as the Tarp Skunks sending up their 7th hitter to the plate in this inning. Three balls and a strike on Rodriguez Costa. Foul tip, count full. So 2-0 Jamestown, full count, bases loaded, just 1 out. Bro could have been out of this inning. Yet here he is. Needs a ground ball or a strikeout. The payoff. Rodriguez Costa able to fight off the breaking ball and stay in there. We'll do it again on 3-2. Strike three. JRC down looking. Bro picks up his first strikeout of the game in a huge spot for the second out. Kiefer wraps one to the left side. Fogg dives, gets to his feet, fires across the diamond, and makes a nice play to save a couple of runs and get Bro out of any further trouble. But Jamestown jumps out to an early 2-0 lead on 2 hits. They strand 3. Red Wings coming to bat. So here's Kenta Minikata leading things off for the Red Wings, batting out of the leadoff hole today, getting the first look against Camp Churchill. 4.98 ERA on the year as he deals a first pitch strike on the outer third to Minikata. Minikata grounds one to second base. Kiefer fields and fires to first for the first out. This is what the batting lineup looks like today for the Geneva Red Wings as Noah Company steps into the left-handed batter's box. I don't know about that call. It's certainly not being called for Bro. So Company batting second, playing center field today. Then Mahoney in left, Fogg cleanup, playing third. Coots, the extra hitter. Arrigo, the catcher. Burcroft, the shortstop. Filipponi, the DH. Buxton over at first. And Lucas March, not pictured, at second base. Company grounds one left side. Third baseman Weeks across the diamond in time to retire Company. Nice play by Weeks to cut in front of the shortstop Enders. Some good discipline there. So here's Quinn Mahoney, and the Red Wings doing something a little bit interesting today. 7, 8, 9 in the outfield, the positions. So left, center, and right are batting 3, 2, and 1, respectively, as Mahoney swings at a first pitch breaking ball from Churchill. Another ground ball to Kiefer. On the hop, easy play for Tito. And the Red Wings go down in order, 1, 2, 3 in the first. Jamestown holding on to a 2-0 lead after one. Now in the game for Geneva, the reliever, Osei Sakota. So here is Sean Spitaleri, the lefty, getting the first look at Osei Sakota in relief of Caden Bro, who I have to admit I expected to go a little bit deeper, but maybe there's something that we don't know, as this one popped up into shallow left center and drops over the head of Burcroft for a leadoff single. Enders batting .200 in 20 games played, 12 starts, 10 for 48. Two RBIs on the season, 15 strikeouts to 8 walks. Spitaleri dancing off of first, grounded up the middle. Burcroft flips to second. Marsh fires to first, knocked down by Buxton, thrown out in time anyway. So fielder's choice as Burcroft goes the short way. Man stays on first base, now 1 away. Sakota had the man on first off balance. Enders back in safely. Tarp Skunks back to the top of the lineup. Here is C.J. Dugan. Dugan popped up right back to the pitcher's mound, out in front of the breaking ball. 0-1 on Dugan. In his first at bat, popped up to the pitcher. Bro instantly sprinted out of the way, went to cover first, and nobody called the ball off. Swing and a miss. Late on the fastball, falls behind, 0-2. Sakota, the long set. Just missed upstairs. 1-2. Pitch missed upstairs. Snap throw to first. Not in time. Just barely in the nick of time. Enders back in safely. Now he takes off for second. Wrapped foul on the swing. See if Enders is taking off again. Sakota working very slowly. Enders a big lead off of first. Goes to the breaking ball. Missed low and away to run the count full. Runner takes off again. Dugan really making Enders work. It's the third time he's tried to steal, and Dugan has fought a pitch off to stay alive. Still a full count. Dugan 1 for 1 on the day. Enders a huge lead. Oh, just back safely. A 3-2. Swing and a miss. Sakota punched his ticket. Dugan down on strikes, 2 away. Enders takes off. Arrigo's throw is on the money. He got him. Arrigo fired a strike. Tag applied out there by Marsh. And Enders cut down on the base paths. His single ends up being for naught. And Weeks will be the batter back up to the plate in the top of the third. But before then, Redwings coming to bat. Camp Churchill worked a scoreless 1-2-3 bottom of the first, and I went back and looked the last time these two teams met here at McDonough, and Churchill was the winner in that game. He, at the time, improved his record to 3-0. He went 4 innings pitched in relief of his starter. 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. So Red Wings don't particularly pick up Churchill well. That performance came in an 8-5 victory over Geneva for Jamestown. But Chase Fogg looking to get things started off. Batting cleanup today. Here he comes. So here is the familiar face, Chase Fogg, back with the Red Wings after a couple of mid-season departures. Fogg fights one off, right side. Will it find some grass? No, slices foul. One pitch, foul and out of play. Fogg getting the start at third base today. Last year with the Wings, he primarily played shortstop. 1-2. Front door, breaking ball, missed upstairs, 2-2. Popped up, fouled back here and out of play. The 2-2 once again. Missed upstairs, the count full on Fogg. Churchill's payoff. Missed upstairs. Fogg works a great at-bat from behind to on base via the walk. Here's Caden Coots. So here is Caden Coots, the extra hitter today, getting the day off from his typical catching duties. Fogg does have speed. Churchill fires home, and it's a good one in there for a strike. Let's take a quick look at the defensive alignment for the visiting Tarp Skunks. Left to right in the outfield, Trummer, Dugan, Muncie. Churchill's long set. fought off, slices foul into the home bullpen. Third to first for Jamestown, Weeks, Enders, Kiefer, and Joaquin Rodriguez Costa. He will be referred to as JRC. Churchill, again, the starter, and Delanto behind the dish. EH is Sean Spitaleri, and the DH, Dom Costello. Coots behind 0-2. Churchill, his pitch in there for strike 3. Coots down looking. One away. Coots sat down on 3 pitches. Did not pick up Churchill well. But here's CJ Arrigo, looking to pass the baton as Fogg reached to lead things off here in the bottom of the second via the walk. Arrigo swinging on the first pitch, fouls it out of play. Arrigo's average sitting at .268 on the season in 20 games played. He is 15 for 56 with 8 runs scored, 7 RBIs. He's got a .423 on base, .339 slug. Mid-700s OPS is what that comes out to. He's got 11 walks to 13 strikeouts. So Tarp Skunks not really in double play depth. Enders playing very far towards left center field and deep. And Kiefer at second, not much better, but this could be 2. There's 1 on to first. They'll say he got him. I don't know about that call. It looked like Kiefer struggled to get it out of his glove, and I think Arrigo beat it out, but there's no review here in the PGCBL, so call will stand, and the Red Wings go down easily, again, let's say, for Churchill, as Jamestown holding on to a 2-0 lead. Yankees 1. So here's Eric Weeks stepping into the dish once again. He was the batter up at the plate when Enders was gunned down, trying to steal second by C.J. Arrigo. Osei Sakota back out there for a second inning of work. Drops in a strike to even it at 1-1. Three balls and a strike to the leadoff man, Weeks. Weeks hits one hard. Third base, gobbled up over there by Fogg. Strong throw across the diamond. Beats Weeks by a step for the first out. Here is Nate Muncy, grounded back to the pitcher in his first at bat. Reached on the fielder's choice. Waves and misses on the breaking ball. Ugly swing for the first pitch. Let's see what Sakota goes to here on 0-1. And now he goes with the slider. So it looked like he had Muncy out in front on a first pitch splitter, and then comes back with a backdoor breaking ball. Quickly ahead, 0-2. You can go to anything here. Goes with the fastball and gets him to swing and miss. 2 away. Nasty sequence there from Sakota to retire Muncy on 3 pitches. Breaking ball tapped to first. Buxton bobbles it. Sakota racing to first and just narrowly beats Delanto to the bag to retire the Tarp Skunks in order here in the top of the third. Jamestown leading 2-0. Red Wings coming to bat. Quick inning. Keep doing that. Quick inning. Keep doing that. Who's batting first, Cody? What? Who? Oh, is he? Due up in the inning will be Burcroft, Filipponi, and Buxton. Right behind Buxton is Lucas Marsh, batting 10th, playing second base today. Here's Casey Burcroft getting his first ups of the day. Takes a first pitch fastball that clips the outside corner for strike one. Churchill has been excellent today, yet to allow a hit through 2 scoreless innings. This one tapped right back to Churchill. Flips to first, one away. Here's Nick Filipponi. Nick Filipponi below the Mendoza line in 15 appearances this year. Just 6 for 31. This one is hit hard and deep in the air to right field. It hangs up for Muncy, a couple steps in front of the warning track for the second out. Churchill working quickly here. Buxton steps up to the dish. Buxton getting the start at first in John Mendola's absence. Mendola and Gamble only with the team for the first half of the season. They have flown the nest, and some other Geneva Redwings are going to be expected to step up into some bigger roles for the back half of the season. Ben Buxton being one of them. Two balls and a strike on the Red Wings first baseman. Tapped foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Buxton. Delanto going to go out and have a brief chat with Churchill. It's short-lived. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Churchill kicks and deals. Flown to left field, sending Traumer back, but he makes the play to end the inning. So through 3, Jamestown leads 2-0, and Camp Churchill has faced the minimum. So here is Dom Costello, who walked in his first plate appearance off of Caden Bro. Getting his first look at Sakota, who has been filling up the strike zone since relieving Caden Bro in the second inning. Sakota trying to work backwards on these hitters, showing them the breaking stuff first and putting them away with the fastball. Delivery so repeatable. That's why he throws so many strikes. Costello late on the heater. Falls behind 1-2. Sakota kicks and deals. Able to catch a piece of it. Just barely is Costello. One-two pitch once more. Popped up. Left side. Burkroff retreating into left field, and he's there to put it away for the first out. And here's Anthony Trummer, who also walked in his first plate appearance. Taps this one off the end of the bat. Sakota, can of corn for him, 2 away. Rodriguez Costa 0 for 1 today. This will be his first at bat against Sakota. Rodriguez Costa, the only strikeout of the day for Bro. Swings and misses on the first pitch splitter, I believe, from Sakota. Now to the fastball. Excellent command. Clips the outside corner. He's ahead 0-2. Hit hard up the middle and into the outfield on a couple of hops for company. JRC aboard with a 2-out single. There's Tito Kiefer. Oh, man, where'd that one miss? 1-0. Tarp Skunks second baseman. Kiefer grounded out to third in his first appearance. On the hop for Burkroff, just narrowly in time. I think if JRC slid, he might have been safe, but Burkroff goes the short way to end the inning. Sakota through 3 scoreless innings of work. Redwings still hitless. Churchill coming back out to the mound, having faced the minimum through 3. Welcome back here to John Salone Field at McDonough Park. Jacob Rodriguez on the play-by-play and public address. Camp Churchill through 3 scoreless innings of work. He's faced the minimum, and Luke Marsh swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Tito Kiefer at second. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Red Wings back to the top of the lineup. Here's Minikata. Minikata grounded out in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch strike. Clips the inside corner. It looked like a cutter from Churchill. He's got excellent command today from the jump. A lot of ride on that fastball. Too much. Actually took it out of the zone. 2 balls and a strike on Minikata. Slapped the other way. Inside a third. Fair ball. Minikata will reach first on a well-placed single to third. First hit of the game for Geneva. Minikata to Weeks over at third. He thought it might go foul, but it in fact did not. Jumped right over the base and stayed straight as Company takes high and away. Mahoney standing on deck. Chase Fogg, the only other Red Wing to get on base this game. Back to that same spot this time. Umpire calls it a strike. Churchill checks on Minikata, and the ball squeaks away from JRC at first, allowing Minikata to move to second. So first error of the game for either side. Company looking to capitalize on it here, get the Red Wings on the board and cut the deficit in half. Minikata stands in scoring position. Company has 7 RBIs on the season. Lifted in the air to left field, slicing foul into the visiting bullpen. Beautiful evening here in Geneva, New York. 76 degrees. A light breeze, upwards of 14 miles an hour. 2-2 pitch to Company. Fought off. Stays alive. 3-2 pitch, wave and a miss. Company down on strikes, went fishing on the changeup, 2 away. So here's Quinn Mahoney with a man on second and 2 away in the inning. Popped up, right field. Muncy gets a read on it and puts it away to end the threat. Red Wings strand one, but pick up their first hit of the game on a Minikata single to third base. Can't scratch a run across. 2-0 Jamestown. Sakota heading back out there. Lefty Sean Spitaleri leading things off here in the visiting half of the fifth. Spitaleri comes into the game batting .333 as he takes a first pitch strike on the backdoor breaking ball from Sakota, who has been excellent. Grounded up the middle. Sakota can't get it. Marsh can't make the play as he steps over second base. Couldn't hang on to it, so the leadoff man aboard with an infield hit. Here's Jackson Enders. Enders 0 for 1 today. Also thrown out on the base paths. Three and 0 on the Tarp Skunks shortstop. Taking all the way on 3-0. Sakota finds the zone. 3-1 pitch, wrapped foul. So from 3-0 to 3-2, Sakota looking for the put away pitch. The payoff. Just missed outside. Couldn't get Enders to chase. A great eye. Men on first and second. Nobody out for the top of the lineup. Here is C.J. Dugan. And on first and second for Dugan, who tried to push a bunt. Couldn't get it down. It'll be a strike on the swing. Buxton charging. Way in on the infield grass and swings through the breaking ball. So now 0-2. You would think that would eliminate the bunt opportunity. Buxton playing with some cojones there over at first. He was charged all the way in. If that was slapped at him, it would have been hard to react. Here's Sakota's 0-2. Went with the front door breaking ball. Didn't have enough bite to clip the front edge. 1-2 on Dugan. Same pitch. 2-2. Spitaleri off of second. Enders off of first. Dugan at the dish. Nobody out. Sakota yanks the fastball, and the count is full. He's been struggling with his command here in this inning. Showing fallibility for the first time today. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Gone fishing for the breaking ball. Strikeout for Sakota, one away. So here's Eric Weeks, the ever-dangerous third baseman for Jamestown. Weeks singled to left in his first at-bat. And grounded out to third in his second. And a hitter's count is Weeks. Again, Sakota uncharacteristically working behind hitters here in the visiting half of the fifth inning. Misses with the fastball, 3-0 on Weeks. See if Weeks is swinging. He is not, but it's called a strike on the pitch. 3-1. Generous call there on 3-0. The 3-1. Breaking ball missed low. Walks Weeks on 5 pitches to load the bases. Here's Nate Muncy. Nate Muncy struck out in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 2 today. Bases are loaded. Just one out. A ground ball could get Sakota out of this inning unscathed. Yet to allow a run since coming into the game. Already in a 2-0 deficit are the Redwings. Corners in. Strike. Lined into right field. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. Another run coming home. Caught right fielder sleeping. That was Minikata. I don't know what that was. But 2 runs come around to score on the RBI single from Muncie. 4-0 Jamestown. I don't know what happened there on that play. I thought for sure it'd only be 1 run. Instead, it's men on the corners. Arrigo, nice block, keeps it in front of him. Holding Muncie on first. Delanto playing catcher, batting cleanup today. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Check swing, doesn't matter. Called a strike on the pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Tarp Skunks catcher. Fly ball, center field. Company grabs it. Runner tagging in, coming home. And the throw up the line. Sakota was backing up, but the ball was too far right as it sailed arm side from Company. 5-0 Jamestown. 3rd run across in the inning off of Sakota, and that brings up Dom Costello with a man on second, 2 outs. Costello swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. One pitch, skied to right field. Marsh heading back. Now coming in for it is Minikata. There to put it away and end the inning. But the Tarp Skunks add 3 to their 2-0 lead. It is now 5-0 Jamestown with the Redwings bats coming up here in the home half of the 5th. So here's Chase Fogg, walked in his first plate appearance off of Churchill. Only one of 2 base runners in the game for Geneva. Churchill, first pitch breaking ball, really slowed up the arm slot. The arm action, I should say. Right back with the fastball that jumped out of his hand. Fogg behind 0-2. Churchill's 0-2 pitch. Missed upstairs. It's a close call. Went with the slider. So he went slider, fastball, slider. That's the first 3 pitches of the at-bat to Fogg. Count sits at 1-2. Fogg was behind 1-2 at one point in his last at-bat and was able to work a walk. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fogg fights it off to stay alive. No action out there in Geneva's bullpen, so it looks like it'll be Sakota back out there for the top of the 6th. As Fogg lifts one to shallow center field, but it hangs up just enough for Dugan, which puts it away for the first out. Coote struck out on 3 pitches in his first at-bat. Swings at the first pitch here, sends it into center field. Dugan coming on, and he'll make the play. Here's Arrigo. 0 for 1 today. Hits this hard on the ground to short. Enders, fields, and fires. And a very low pitch inning for Churchill, who has been dominant today. He's held the Red Wings scoreless through 5. It is 5-0, Jamestown. So Sakota back out there. He has allowed 3 earned runs in 4 innings of work. Trummer swings at the first pitch, lifts it high and deep to left field on the run, and therefore it is Mahoney for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Nice catch out there by Mahoney. Got a great jump on that ball. Scorched off the bat of Trummer. Sakota will take it. Had a rough previous inning out there on the bump. Lost his command from the previous few innings, as this one is a weak pop-up in the infield. Marsh, couple feet right of second for the second out. Sakota working efficiently here in the top of the 6th. Trying to make up for last inning's blunders. Kiefer takes low on the first pitch. Kiefer grounded out in his last at bat. Oh, man. 3-0 on Kiefer. .30 pitch missed inside. Kiefer walks on 4 pitches. 2-out walk to the Tarp Skunks second baseman, and it brings up the extra hitter, Sean Spitaleri. Spitaleri reached first on an error in his last at bat back in the top of the 5th. He ended up scoring in the previous inning. Lined through the gap on the left side of the infield. It's a base hit. Kiefer holds up at second, station to station. 2 men on with 2 outs. And the Redwings going to make a call to the bullpen as Jackson Enders was stepping in for his 3rd ups of the day from the righty batter's box. So we will get word on who that reliever is and be right back to you here from McDonough Park. Sakota's day is done, responsible for the 2 men on base. So here is Lane Whiting in relief of Osei Sakota, who worked through 4 2/3 innings of 3-run ball. He is responsible for the 2 men on the bases now. Whiting looking to strand those here. Just needs 1 out to get out of this. First pitch from Whiting is inside for ball 1. Whiting a 9.77 ERA in 11 appearances. He's gone through 15 2/3 innings of work, allowed 17 hits, 18 runs, 17 earned. He has struck out 21 and allowed 20 walks. Got a gnarly swing and miss to Enders there, but the ball got away from Arrigo, allowing the runners to advance into scoring position. These guys not on the same page. Seemingly some signal miscommunication there from the catcher and pitcher. Looks like Arrigo pulling out one of the cards that has the signs on it. Home plate umpire out there chatting it up between the battery for the Red Wings. So Kiefer off of third, Spitaleri off of second base. 2 outs in the inning, 1-1 count on the batter. Enders as he takes the second strike and moves the count to 1-2. Again, Whiting 21 strikeouts to 20 walks. So it's not a question of the stuff. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Late on the heater and fouls it back here. Still 1-2. Not a question of the stuff, just more a question of the command. Can Whiting stay in the strike zone and consistently make batters believe that a strike or a ball is a strike, excuse me. Wave and a miss. Whiting strands 2 base runners. Keeps Sakota's line about as clean as you can get. 4 2/3 innings of work for Sakota. 3 runs allowed. Whiting comes in and strands 2. Jamestown leading 5-0 with the Red Wings coming to bat in the home half of the 6th. Here's Casey Burcroft leading things off for the Red Wings here in the bottom of the 6th. Churchill back out there for his 6th inning of work. He's through 5 scoreless of 1 hit ball. And that's been a big reason why. First pitch strikes. Churchill just threw his 50th pitch of the game into the 6th inning. Lined, just fouled on the third base line. One ball, 2 strikes on Burcroft. Tapped out in front of the mound, Churchill. A strong throw to first. Burcroft retired, 1 away. Nick Filipponi swings at the first pitch breaking ball that would have been high and inside. Couldn't lay off of it. 0-1. When a guy like Churchill is out there, you got to take some pitches and disrupt his rhythm, because right there you could be ahead 2-0 as he misses on the fastball. Instead, it's a 1-1 count. Churchill still feels like he's in the driver's seat. And, you know, he's nearly faced the minimum, just 2 above the minimum so far. Filipponi's back foot came out from under him. Healthy hack, swings right through the pitch and falls behind 1-2. Churchill looking for the put away. It is 1-2. Tapped right back to him off the end of the bat. 2 away. Here's Ben Buxton. Swings at the first pitch, wraps it foul. It's 18 balls to 39 strikes. That's about a 66, 68% strike percentage from Churchill. Late on the heater, falls behind 1-2. And not many strikeouts for Churchill today, just 2, one of them looking, but he's also only walked 1 and given up 1 hit. So it's been a lot of using his defense to his advantage and getting hitters out early in counts. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Missed low, count even at 2-2. A rare 2-ball count for Churchill. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Buxton. Churchill kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. The ball pops up. Churchill going to have to make the play on it. Strong throw to first to retire Buxton. Picks up his 3rd strikeout. Nice play by Churchill to seal the deal on this inning. He's through 6 scoreless innings of work. Jamestown leading 5-0. So here is C.J. Dugan, the leadoff man, back up again for his 4th time today. Lane Whiting back out there for another inning of work. Came in with 2 men on and stranded them as he struck out the first batter he faced. Two and 0 on Dugan. Dugan 1 for 3 today. Swing and a miss. Whiting pulled the string. Threw him a nasty changeup on 2-0. Dugan thought he was going to get a heater in the 2-0 count. He was sorely mistaken. Oh, man. Just missed outside. 3-1. Hard hit through the left side and into the outfield for a leadoff single. Dugan aboard. Weeks takes a questionable strike call on the inside part of the plate. Whiting has some heat on that fastball. Just needs to worry about the location. Five to nothing, Jamestown leads here in the top of the 7th. Man on first. Red Wings have been held scoreless and 1 hit so far by Camp Churchill as Arrigo snap throw to first. Not in time. Dugan back in safely. One of Jamestown's PGCBL All-Star team representatives as Whiting drops in the breaking ball to even the count at 2s. Two-two pitch, line to center field, and you could hear him groan right as the ball came off the bat. Can of corn out there in center for company. 1 away. That brings up Nate Muncy, who had a 2 RBI single in his last at-bat. That's a great pitch from Whiting. Muncy swinging, late on the fastball, out of play. Whiting ahead 0-2. Churchill still doing some warm-ups over there in the Tarp Skunks dugout, trying to keep loose. As the runner takes off, Arrigo's throw is high and into center field. Marsh there backing it up to keep Dugan there on second base. He's in there with a swipe. The pitch was a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the lefty Muncy. Now men in scoring position, opportunity for the Tarp Skunks. Jamestown 1 for 7 today with runners in scoring position. There's a 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second base. Marsh puts it away as Dugan moves up to third. Delanto takes that first pitch strike from Whiting. He's been painting that part of the plate. Cracked, foul, Buxton giving chase, and it'll make the seats. So again, Whiting ahead 0-2. Looking to strand Dugan on third base. He was the first hitter to get a look at Whiting in the top of the 7th. He's come all the way to third. Whiting looking to strand him here. The 0-2 pitch. Hard hit, but very high. Stays in the infield for Marsh. And he puts it away to end the threat. Jamestown still hanging on to a 5-0 lead with the Redwings bats coming up. Back at you from Geneva, New York. Lucas Marsh leading things off, getting only his second look at Churchill today, I believe. Churchill threw 6 scoreless innings. He just fired his 62nd pitch that has popped up off the inside of the bat. Sounded like some broken lumber. And Enders there to put it away for the first out. Again, working quickly. And if you're Minikata, you have to take a pitch here. And now it just gets about being tough in the batter's box, working tough at bats. You cannot get out within 2 or 3 pitches like they have been. It allows Churchill to stay in the game and keep dominating. I mean, he's clearly missing the barrel of the bat, not giving up anything really hard hit or any hits at all, really, because he's only allowed 1 through 6 1/3 innings. You got to start making him work. When you see a guy at less than 10 pitches an inning, and he's working into the 7th, and this is a guy who you've seen before and who has performed well against you, it's really just about putting up quality at-bats. And lining out on the first pitch of the at-bat is not right. It's not a good approach. The pitch was called a strike. 2-2 on the leadoff man, Minikata. Looking to get anything going here against Camp Churchill. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Nice job by Minikata. 1-out single brings up company. No slug yet for the Red Wings, but it's moving in the right direction. Minikata's single up the middle, just the Red Wings' second hit of the day. And Minikata actually has both of them, as this one fought off the other way. Weeks goes to second, and he is out there. Kiefer barely able to stay on the base. Here's Mahoney. So 2 away. Company trades places with Minikata. Here's Quinn Mahoney. Swinging on the first pitch. Fouls it out of play. Got to work along at bat. Pitch count still under 70 for Churchill. Goes with the breaking ball. Tried to get cute with it. Missed outside. 1-1. Great take from Mahoney. Chase Fogg standing on deck. One of 2 Red Wings to reach base safely in this contest. Mahoney looking to be the third here. Slicing foul into the bullpen. The sun beginning to set, tucking behind that tree line out there in left center field. Beautiful day for baseball in Geneva, New York. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a man on first. Churchill looking to complete 7 scoreless innings. Single through the right side. Company will hold at second. And Mahoney works a 2-out single and passes the baton here to Chase Fogg. So the Red Wings yet to notch an extra base hit off of Churchill, but they are putting up better at bats here in the 7th. Churchill facing some adversity for the first time in a long time. Let's see how he handles it. Hard hit again. Weeks gobbles it up and sprints to third base and just beats Company to the bag. Nice play by Weeks to save Churchill of any further pitches. His pitch count just above 70 as he has shut out the Red Wings through 7. Lane Whiting heading back out to the mound. Whiting deals a first pitch strike to Dom Costello, who is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Five to nothing the score. Jamestown leads. A sword there from Costello, who falls behind 0-2. Whiting has been excellent today in an inning and a third plus of work in relief of Osei Sakota. It went Bro in the first, who gave up 2. Sakota, who allowed 3 over 4 and a third innings of work. And it's been Whiting ever since. One-two pitch is fought off the other way. Mahoney tracks it down for the first out. Just over 2 hours of gameplay here in the top of the 8th. Anthony Trummer swings through a changeup. Called strike. Whiting ahead 0-2. Tapped, foul. Oh, 2 pitch once more. 1-2. Wave and a miss. Another strikeout for Whiting. 2 away. So here is JRC. First look at Whiting for him. Fastball tailing a bit too much. 1-0 on JRC. Litsky getting warm out there in the pen for the Red Wings, and it has not been the pitching staff at fault for this game. They've allowed runs in just 2 of the 7+ innings today. Scored 2 in the first off of Bro and 3 in the 5th off of Sakota. As Whiting spikes the fastball to fall behind 3-1 on JRC. Walked him on 5 pitches. 2 out base runner for the Tarp Skunks. That brings up Tito Kiefer. Kiefer 0 for 2 today with a walk. Whiting all of a sudden missing upstairs with the fastballs. Slide step. Burcroft is there on the pop-out to end the inning. So nothing comes of the 2-out walk. Whiting through 2 1/3 scoreless innings of work. Josh Litsky, I think, will get the 9th. The Red Wings need to worry about the offensive side of the ball, in which they've only got 3 hits, 2 of them off the bat of Minikata, who just came up in the last inning. And I believe it is going to be Fogg, Coots, and Arrigo when we come back. My apologies. Fogg was the last man up in the previous inning. It's Coots, Arrigo, and Burcroft. 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the home half of the 8th. Red Wings down to their final 6 outs. Cam Churchill is through 7 innings of scoreless ball. 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts as he just fired his 77th pitch. This one wrapped to Weeks. Grabbed in foul territory. So Churchill eyeing a Maddox, barring a Red Wings comeback. Two-one pitch, sawed off. JRC in foul territory is there to put it away. Arrigo 0 for 2 today. This just his 3rd at bat. Takes the front door breaking ball from Churchill for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Way late on the high heat. 1 and 2. Pitch, swing and a miss. Arrigo down on strikes for the 2nd out. Churchill's 4th punchy of the game. Now batting the shortstop, Casey Burcroft. So here's Burcroft. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Swings at the first pitch. Takes out a few players in the Tarp Skunks dugout. The Yankees had another comeback victory today over the Nationals, 4-2 off of Trent Grisham's go-ahead 2-run home run in the 8th inning. Jazz Chisholm had a go-ahead 2-run home run yesterday in the top of the 9th inning for the Yankees. Austin Wells tacked on another homer, made it 5-3. That was the final score. Today they won by a margin of 4-2 as Burkroff hits it hard on the ground to Kiefer. Cam Churchill strutting off the mound through 8 scoreless innings of 3-hit ball for the Tarp Skunks. Well in line for the win. Red Wings just 3 outs left to work with as Josh Litsky coming into the game in relief of Whiting, looking to throw up a 0 and set up the Red Wings for a comeback. Back here in the top of the 9th, Josh Litsky into the game in relief of Lane Whiting. Sean Spitaleri steps into the lefty batter's box and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Litsky has a 6.94 ERA in 9 appearances, 11 2/3 innings of work, 8 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned, 11 walks to 20 strikeouts. Very good ratio. Almost a 2-to-1 ratio. And it's no question he throws heat. Late call on the strike there from the home plate umpire. 2 balls and a strike on the leadoff man here in the top of the 9th, Sean Spitaleri. Right back with another strike, evens it at 2-2. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen Uchi. Litsky's long set on 2-2. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second base. Marsh misplays it off his shin. Can't recover in time. Second error of the day for Marsh. And leadoff man aboard. saw it off. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. I think he's going to need some new lumber. Yes, he will. Now you can use that as a prop bat, make yourself look strong, snap it over your leg or something crazy. Enders has some new wood. Looks like it's game ready. You won't need any pine tar or anything like that. Man on first, nobody out. 0-1 count on the Tarp Skunks shortstop. Now 0-2. Snap throw to first, the wrong side of the base. Might have had him with a good throw. I like that Arrigo is trying that. We've seen that out of this entire catching staff, whether it be Arrigo or Coots or Buxton. They always try to win on the margins there with the snap throws to first and even to second. So 1-2 the count on Enders. Here's the pitch. Enders nearly plunked, able to hold up on it, even the count at 2-2. Got him to chase on the high heat. Beautiful pitch for the first out. Just over 2 hours and 20 minutes here in this game, working pretty quickly. There's only been 2 frames out of 16. Now working on 17 frames that there's been runs scored, and that was in the top of the first and in the top of the fifth. 2 and 3 respectively, scored by Jamestown. That's the difference in the game, 5-0. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on the leadoff man, Dugan. Foul tip off of Arrigo. Evens the count at 2-2. Litsky's 2-2 pitch. Went with the fastball, yanked it, and the count is full. Righty gets his sign. The payoff. Swats at it and stays alive. And Churchill will be coming back out for the 9th. So if the Red Wings are going to win this, number one, it's going to have to be in walk-off fashion. And number two, it's going to have to be against Camp Churchill, who you have struggled against all game long. The 3-2 once more. Popped up. Left side. Arrigo and Fogg converging, but it's in the dugout of Jamestown. No play. So Dugan battling here against Litsky. Just cannot seem to find a put-away pitch. Three, two, once more. Missed well inside. So 2 men aboard with just 1 out. Eric Weeks having an okay day. 1 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Swings at the first pitch, slicing down the right field line. Minikata can't quite get there. It fouls in fall ground. Litsky looking for a ground ball. 1-1 on the Tarp Skunks' third baseman, Eric Weeks. Arrigo might have pulled that one out of the strike zone. Arrigo was set up inside, and Litsky pulled it to the outer part of the plate to a righty. Weeks late on the fastball out of the hand of Litsky. Let's see what he goes to here. He has been hesitant to use the breaking ball as a put-away pitch since he came into the game. And he likes his sign that he's getting from his catcher. Here's the 2-2. Went with the fastball, grounded, right side. Marsh doesn't even give it a dive. Minikata mishandles it. The runners will go station to station. Now it is bases loaded for the cleanup man, Paul Delanto. My apologies. I saw the number 4, and I associated it with Paul Delanto. This is number 44. Nate Muncy, who's got 2 ribbies on the day. First pitch gets by Arrigo. A run will score, and then he throws it away. This is getting ugly, guys. 2 runs score, 6-0. Jamestown. Excuse me, 7. So now a man on second with 1 out. The error comes back to bite Litsky. Muncy late on the fastball. 1-1.
There's a strike. 1-2.
The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, out of play. Wrapped. Foul down the first base line. Litsky still looking for the put-away pitch. Again, the 1-2. Got him. Muncy down, swinging, 2 away. Game looks a little bit out of hand now after the Tarp Skunks tacked on 2 more here in the inning from some sloppy play. Red Wings were focused for the most part all day on the defensive side of the ball. They have just 3 outs to work with. 5 runs looking up. You're down 5-0. You have a chance to knock the starter out and spoil his wonderful day. You got a little bit of momentum there, especially if Litsky can record a strikeout here or stop any further damage as he drops in a changeup that nicks the inner third. Now you look up at 7-0. It's a tough hill to climb. And it looks like they'll add to it here as Weeks is gunning for home. Buxton's throw can't be handled there by Origo. Moving up to second is Delanto. 8-0. Jamestown. Here's Dom Costello, man on second. 2 outs. 8-0 Jamestown. They just got their 10th hit of the day. Make it 11. Costello into right field. Here's the play. Oh, man. Origo just couldn't handle it. Costello moves up to second. Runners trade places once again. Now it's 9-0. Here is Trummer, man on second base. Trummer, a rude awakening to the batter's box. Trummer fouls it away. Two-one pitch to Traumer. Missed upstairs, 3-1. Traumer shaking his head. Looking for something to hit. He's in a hitter's count. 3 balls and a strike. On the Tarp Skunks left fielder. Litsky's pitch. Missed upstairs. Chucks his bat. So Litsky will depart, and Andrew Hausman, not known as a pitcher, will come into the game to try to record the final out on defense today for Geneva. Nine to nothing Jamestown. Andrew Hausman in the game. JRC takes a healthy hack, looking for a long ball. Red Wings just need 1 out. Fouls it back here. 1-2. Strike 3. JRC down looking. Hausman comes into the game and strikes out the only batter he faces. So the Red Wings looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Going to need a miracle here at McDonough Park as Jamestown scratches across 4 in the top of the frame. Cam Churchill coming back out, looking to complete his complete game shutout of Geneva. So here is Nick Filipponi, a beautiful sunset in the outfield above the tree line here in Geneva, New York. Can't complain about the weather this year. Filipponi looking to get things started off here for the Red Wings. Churchill just threw his 88th pitch, and no surprise that it's a strike. 29 balls to 59 strikes. Umpire gets hit. A 2-1. Doesn't get the call. 3-1. Not many 3-ball counts today for Churchill. Doesn't want to lose the leadoff batter, Filipponi. I'm sure he really wants this complete game. And he lost Filipponi. A 5-pitch walk. There is a little bit of action out there in the bullpen for Jamestown. Here's Buxton. Buxton hitless today. Tapper to third. Weeks charging. Fires across the diamond. Filipponi got a good jump, so he did not want to go for 2. A man on second with 1 out. Here's Marsh. He's got 2 errors in the field today. And he has not gotten a hit yet in this contest. Just 3 allowed from Churchill, 2 of those from Minikata. Swinging on 1-0 in foul ground. JRC has enough room and makes the play. Nice job over there, being aware of the sideline. So the Red Wings down to their final out, and if you're going to want anybody up to the plate right now, it is Minikata, who's been able to lace a couple of hard hit balls for singles today. 1-0 pitch clips the outside corner for a strike. Laced into center field. It'll hang up for Dugan out there, and Camp Churchill comes into Geneva and dominates the Redbirds. Jamestown victorious 9-0. 4 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, just 1 walk all game. And let me check the stats real quick. Did he twirl a Maddox? Yes, he did. Complete game shutout of the Redwings on 98 pitches. So big congratulations to the Tarp Skunks, and in specific, Camp Churchill, who really showed off his stuff here as we are past the halfway point in the PGCBL season. Geneva Redwings fall 9-0 to the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, who improved to 21-7-2. Geneva Redwings fall to 11-18. We'll be back at you here sometime this week, coming at you from McDonough Park. I've been Jacob Rodriguez on the play-by-play and public address. Take care, everybody, and have a great rest of your weekend.